Welcome, welcome everybody. This is your boy Roger, and you're in tune to Facebook Live, where I will be talking to none other than 4 times Jamaica Festival winner RAYON here on Yard Talk UK. Just waiting for the link coming straight out of Kingston, Jamaica, to see if we'll be able to join us today. I said, how you been doing? I mean, you had a whirlwind on when did you have your party or your
It was Saturday.
Saturday on the 1st? Yes. How was that for you? How did that go?
Okay. It was okay. Remember, I did other things before, but the first time, because I did three before, that was literally free. This one we actually attempted, pay, and it didn't go as we would want it. But guess what happened? The most important thing is that it happened, right?
Yes.
Give. I'm having a little issue here with the light. Don't move.
No problem. No problem, sir. Yes, if you're just joining me, ladies and gents, we are
Right.
talking
Okay.
live to RAYON here on Yard Talk UK.
Yes. So
Yes.
yes, as I indicated, that it went reasonably well. It went the way in terms that Nazaman gave a great performance because
Okay.
it wasn't a clash. It was just two brethren that sing some tune for tune. You sing a nice tune, you sing a nice tune. So it wasn't, and it wasn't about winning. It was about we just having fun.
That's it.
And the idea is that because this is the new normal,
Uh-huh.
not no normal.
That's
The
right.
new normal, one normal. Very, very
Uh-huh.
important. So that is where we're going to be going. So we'll have to find ways now of partnering with people. So therefore, they can earn, we can earn, because
That's true.
so I am going to have to be here and say, look here, Raja. Now, I have the entertainers, I have the thing, I have the package. Guess what you're doing now? You're going to sell
Uh-huh.
some tickets, and as I say, it is going to be bartering, but as I say, it's going to be the new normal. That's not normal, which we're going to have to accept as normal. Oh, it's
Exactly.
on. How me sound? So
Yeah,
like,
man, you
like, like
sound
a
good.
dub point.
Everything normal. Everything normal. So
Yeah.
let the people who are here now in London who don't know much about the festival situation and give them a little bit more insight of how you started, because we know that you've been in the business now for over 41 years, and that is a mammoth
Well, you have Fab Five who are doing 50 years, and you have
yes.
other entertainers, But okay, I must, okay, before festival, okay, what you want? You want me to talk about festival, or you want to talk about,
Well, from
my
how you
struggle and
started,
the
give us the
beginnings?
background. Give us the background from Westmoreland days coming straight up.
Okay, okay, I was born in the hills of Westmoreland,
Right.
a place near a little way from from Darlington, but it's closer to Seaford Town, and that better town belt. So basically, once you leave Whittorn, you're going
Right.
up in the mountains. Once you leave, you reach Bogue, you're going up in the mountains. So therefore, that is the St. James side. So I was actually born, as I say, you could have said, a real country boy, bushman. And that is why probably my first album was Country Boy.
Country
But
boy.
I
Okay.
actually, yeah, I actually went to South as a baby. Moved to South with my mom, who you know very well, when I was two.
That's
So,
right.
so I grew up in South, grew up in South as a boy. Run up and down. Went to, um, I remember on Darling Street, it was a lady who named Granny Perry School. That was supposed to be a basic school, and then I went on to infant school. And actually, they
Uh-huh.
say that infant school longer than other kids should have stayed there. I still can't figure out why. Um, yes, because no, that's serious.
Yeah.
When I left infant school, and went to Unity. I went straight to grade 3.
Okay.
So it meant that even though I might be looking so brilliant, probably I was a slow child. It could have been
Okay.
so. You know, I really don't know what happened. But
That's it.
and then from Unity I went to sub-secondary, which is now God Christian. He was the first principal.
Oh,
And
right.
yeah,
Yes.
so you know, but we did all the things that every other kid to run up and down, give trouble, go down at the end of Georgia Street where the fort is, and you know, go and swim, and when they try to swim, go over where the sugar barge with the big
Right.
boy them push you off, and you go can't swim, it's just dog paddle, had to swim back over and all of that. And also so sometimes when I see things and they say these little picnic bad, or it's not bad, it was just adventurous, not even mischievous at times, it was adventurous, and you do some things, and some of us are lucky we came out of it, and a few fell by the way, but it's part
Okay.
of the journey to life, you know.
That's it.
You know,
So
but
you had a good
but,
grown up life there, man. You know what I mean?
yeah, man. Well, I must tell you that my serious introduction to music, now I wanted to like music to be a part of it, was that we at Unity, Miss Vi Gordon, one of them serious principal who used to walk with a belt, or what they used to call it, black spider, whatever she used to walk with, but you know, if
With the
all the parents
compact.
come, they should be, if all the parents come, they should beat them too. As you know, serious Vi Gordon was,
I
you
remember
know.
her, man,
But
Miss
however,
Dobson, man.
no, Miss Dobson, no man, it was Miss Gordon. Miss Dobson took
Miss
over.
God before.
When I was at Unity, Miss Dobson was the vice principal and the grade 1 teacher.
Okay.
But her predecessor, the person who groomed her, was a lady called Vi Gordon, who any
Oh,
principal, whenever I go to a school and I hear a teacher sound like Vi Gordon, I know it's a great school, because you know, my school.
okay.
It is my school. Any
Yes.
teacher take that sort of attitude and say it's my school. Any principal, you know, that you don't like it, you leave it, but I am going to make it into my, and she's proud. So there was our for it's one of those European sort of festivals.
Okay.
Where you know the kids, you know, but it took most of it took the Jamaican format where you would do the digging songs, you know, and you know you'd sing all the folk songs and all of that. And
Yeah.
that was the introduction to to the culture and wanting to sing.
Yeah.
But my aunt Gloria worked for a man, you know, he passed not too long ago. Hurry Sinclair. Owen
Oh,
Hurry
yes.
Sinclair.
I remember him
And
very
he
well.
lived, but where you lived, he actually lived down the road where they call lane, right? Because his house was adjoining the police station, so therefore the lane the lane separates, not adjoining, the lane separates where he lived
Okay.
and the police that property there. So when my aunt,
Yeah.
one Christmas they had a Christmas treat, and when I went there, I don't know if it was Future Generation or New Breed, because Hurry had a couple of bands playing in Montego Bay in the tourist, you know, in tourism industry, in
Yeah.
hotels. And when I saw the band, first I ever see a band in my life, I went home and I got all the pans I could have found, and I made my first drum set.
Wow.
Right, my first drum set. And then after that, whenever I go to other areas, I would make my drum set and make guitar, give other people to play, other boys my age and all of that. And so that is where where the bug bit me. And you continue, but then now at Godfrey Stewart or sub-secondary or senior school, depends on what time you went there.
Senior school. I remember it
Um,
as senior school.
you know, when I was probably in about grade 9 or so, a teacher, a music teacher, and it wasn't Pet Smith, it was another teacher. I think she was of Indian descent. Made a mistake and told me that I could sing. And
Okay.
I believed him. And I
Why it's a
believed her.
mistake?
And I believed her. And I believe her. After a while, you know, I was all over the place. As a matter of fact, I must tell you that it would be, I think in 1974, I think is when they had the grade 11 program. Because remember, you know, before that, when you reach grade 9, you had to leave school and go find a trade or look at work.
Of
if
course.
you're not lucky to pass 9 grade achievement test to go to Mannings.
That's right.
And it was not a lot of places that was there, right? So you had a few people who would get some, you know, they had a couple of places, and you know you would, you know. So I did 9th grade. Probably wasn't smart enough to get to pass the exam.
Okay.
So I was there, and after a while, when I was in grade 10, and we had the 11th grade program. Now that means we could stay at South Second, you know, for an extra 2 years now. I was just frustrated when I got to grade 10.
Okay.
I didn't find anything. I didn't find the work challenging at the time, and I just wanted to, you know, and you could have said trying to break the chains. And I decided that I was going to try to focus on music, and
of course.
I left school. And leaving school, just to give you it quick, because otherwise I would tell you, spend another 10 years telling you this. When I left school, I entered pop and variety, because remember what happened. So just to say, to give people a perspective, is that you had the regular festivals that when other boys, those time, Toots and all those persons, you know, Hopeton Lewis, Jamaicans, you know, Freddie Mac, all these people, they were the people, Marvin Brooks, they were the ones who was the thing that Stuart, the Donaldsons, they are the ones to dominate the thing. So remember, right. I'm still a country boy. But they have what you call, for the amateurs in the parishes, they call it, first it was pop and mentor. But if you ask a real countryman, no, prefer if he's in his 70s or even 80s, or probably even 60s, what was the name of the contest? He would not tell you pop and mentor. He would not tell you poppy mentor. No, he would say poppy mentor.
Okay.
You know, because you know, language is dynamic, and you know, but it was actually pop and mentor, and then they changed it from pop and mentor to pop and variety. So it was not pop and mentor, pop and variety, meaning it was pop songs, it was mentor, it was dance, it was poetry, you know, it was whatever. So it was everything came together. So I entered that more than once, but the last time in 1975, June. I don't remember if that was the year that the Nemad sisters who end up was the it's either them or it could have been St. Orban Bartlett, because Dr. St. Orban Bartlett, Ed Bartlett, brother, actually won that contest. So I don't remember which of the years that it was like the 4th of June. And don't ask me how it happened. Yeah, probably there was some disagreement with my mother as well. But on the 5th of June, after the contest, I went home, packed a bag with my clothes. Me no know Kingston.
How old were you then? How old were you then?
I was, if you check from 1975, I know my age, you would know, I was not yet 16.
Whoa.
I called, I don't know, it's a chance I take it, you know.
Yeah.
Because remember, I don't have no bus fare.
Of course.
So I jumped on the bus, and when I reached Belmont, I stopped off, and there's a place that still has the name until this day. It's called Belmont Sand. I think
Yeah.
the man who owned the place at the time, his name was Carnegie.
Okay.
And
Was it Dr.
I went,
Carnegie?
no, not the doctor.
Okay.
And when I went there, because he knew me, because I would normally go up there with these guys. There was a man named, I can't remember what his name was, but he used to blow a trombone, no, a saxophone. He was a saxophonist.
Okay.
And I think a friend of mine, Lindell, either Pablo or Lindell. I think it's Pablo, because Pablo was the drummer, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they used to go up there on Sundays and then find our way back down to South.
Right.
And this time, remember, I'm just hanging around, so I'm not even sing a song. I'm just
Of
a
course.
wannabe one, you know. And I just I stopped and I said to him, I said, look here, me I go Kingston, you know. And me I look at $5 for barrel. $5, you know. $5.
$5
And you
them
know, for
time.
$5, it's a paper $5. Paper $5.
Remember them? Remember them?
And he gave me, and the bus fare to go to Kingston was probably about $3.50 or so.
Wow.
And I got to Kingston.
Uh-huh.
And I came off the bus and I asked them how you reach Constant Spring, because my sister was doing some domestic work for some Hannahs at a place, and I will never forget at
Uh-huh.
Constant Spring, 8 Stillwell Road. I will never forget it. You know.
Right.
And I found myself at Constant Spring, walk off from the bus terminus, walk to Stillwell Road, found my sister.
Mm-hmm.
Well, she said, "Oh, you come at home with this." Just let me say, no phone to you, I'll call your mother now and tell her, say, boy, I told him there, whatever, you know.
Yeah.
Long and short is this, my sister directed me and said, "We must go and play, go back and come off for one place named Camperdown. But you're going to think it's Camperdown School.
Yeah.
Camperdown is actually the name of a property, the entire property in the and the. So when I got off there, I walked to Grand Spend, head up to Barbican Road, got another bus. I think it was 10 bus.
Yeah.
I went out about destiny now. When I reached to the gas station, because my sister didn't know that my brother stopped working at the gas station.
Uh-huh.
When I reached the gas station where my brother was working and checked the gas station, man, he said, a long time your brother now work, man. Your brother now work at the gas station again.
Uh-huh.
No, I don't have a clue where you're going.
Yeah.
But they say, Barbican. So I say to the man, you know a man named Digger? That was my uncle.
Right.
And would you believe it, that while I'm standing there, because I don't know where I'm going,
Uh-huh.
while I'm standing there, the same gas station attendant look at me and say, you see the man there who walk up the bag of grass on him head? Was actually a guy come from the hills of Westman named Shasha. I never know him. He said,
Okay.
the man there go right to your uncle yard.
Okay.
Linked with my uncle until he called, sent and told my brother up in Jacksonville that I was there, got a message to him. And that was my movement into Kingston.
Right.
So between 1975 and all of that, I did some moving up and down and hop over now to going back to South, because believe me, there are some interesting stories going back to South that that is for another day. I left, came back to Kingston and met up. I was passing through JIS.
Right.
For some reasons, like it was JIS at the time because it had switched its name. It was in the Michael Manley time, and had a lot of, they were switching, names. They're not the politicians, but they used to do. One government have this and call it this name. Tomorrow the other one when they call it that name. So it was in that time, but we are smarter now. We don't do that anymore.
Exactly.
And we left. I went to GIS, and one of the days I read a poem for the lady who you know as Amina Blackwood Meeks.
Okay.
And when I read the poem for her, she said, "Have you ever been to drama school?" And I said, no, you know, I actually wrote a play, thought I was a writer, wrote a play and took it to around there. And one of the teachers around there said, they didn't do that sort of thing. So I said, okay. And she said, well, guess what? And she gave me a name and she said, go there and go to Tom Cross. And I
Right.
went there to Tom Cross. Tom Cross was one of the lecturers, and I got into youth theater. And after I got into youth theater, you know, I actually, a year after that, I got into the part-time.
Okay.
It was not Edna Man, it was Jamaica School of Drama.
Okay.
So you're wondering how I am dealing with music, and I end up at drama school.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I was at drama school.
Yeah.
And but there was a lot of, but just remember, drama is, they say, is where all the art meets, because if you're doing drama school, you're going to need a backdrop, so you're going to need somebody who can paint, who can draw. You're going to
Exactly.
need somebody, you might need somebody to choreograph, so you're going to have a dancer. You're going to need, if it's a musical or if it's just sound for, you're going to need a sound man.
Right.
So,
Mm-hmm.
by the drama school, there were opportunities. And that song, I know.
I know, yeah.
The first song there, I know, was actually, somebody said something to me at drama school, and I was actually trying to give them some good advice. So that's why I hear me say, I know, from a long, long, is actually what me there, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, but you know, so it was, you know,
So that's basically one of your first songs.
No, it was not my first recording, it was my first release.
Oh.
The first, one of the earlier songs, you had a song named Vatican, and then you have, but as a matter of fact, the song that you played that with somebody who you know very well, you know, so me I call him Dennis, like their maiden name.
Yeah.
They actually, no, it's not there. No, it was Sharon. It was Sharon. It was Sharon.
Okay.
It was Sharon and Julia. Sharon and Julia.
Sharon and Gillian.
They,
Okay.
yeah, they did back up on Licky Licky. It
Okay.
was actually, it was funny actually at the same GIS studio. But so
Right.
what I'm saying, so at drama school there were opportunities, and I remember now that I entered UE Carnival, never won, but again it was great exposure.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember when Bob passed, Third World had a place in New
Yeah.
Kingston called Zinc Fence.
Okay.
And I went and did one Bob Marley song. And I just work it out. I went and did one Bob Marley song,
Yeah.
and I went back on the stage 5 more times. In other words, I did 6 Bob Marley songs. I got
Wow.
5 encores.
Wicked.
Then now, there is a lady called Dr. Kathy Marsh. She did natural medicine and all that. She saw me and she introduced me to a guy called Art Leonard. He was at the Courtly Manor Hotel, where the Courtly Manor was on Trafalgar Road at the time.
Yeah.
And so I met with Unique Vision Band, who had a link with Fab Five. But that time, you meet the people and all of that, and and thing. And then I went to Huey again, and Frankie Campbell of Fab Five saw me singing a Bob Marley song. And
Yeah.
like the vibe and all, and that was the connection with Fab Five. But just before I get into that connection with Fab Five, I actually the first time you need to know this, the first time I actually entered festival song, you said the big festival song was 1980.
Okay. And which track was that one?
No, it's not. It's okay. Those days, what happened? You go. You went in the day. Actually, that year they actually broke the thing in 3 categories. You had pop, which is reggae. You had reggae. You had mento, and you had ballads, right? And that year was a group called Bobby and Jim, who were
Okay.
part of the Fab Five thing. They were involved in that. Anyway, but it was a song called One Family, written by Dwight Pinkney, an excellent guitarist. Dwight Pinkney, the same man who write How Could I Live for Dennis Brown and all of that. You know,
Okay.
excellent. And you know, it's a Roots Radix guitarist, you know, guitarist extraordinaire. Yeah. So and that's the year Stanley won with the Come Sing With Me. That song was written by David Madden. So going back now to Springvale Avenue. So I ended up at Springvale Avenue, 1980. So after the election, I was in South. I went back and went to Springvale Avenue, and because actually just go as a Frankie. I asked Frankie to sleep at Springvale one night.
Yeah.
I end up in there for over 6 years.
Wow.
Because I became a part of the family, get my own room, and I became the road manager and one of the lead singers for Unit Vision Band. I end up in all of that time, you know, touring with Fab Five and Rita Marley. When Rita Marley had her 1982 tour, you know, I was there.
Oh,
you know,
that's
so
good.
Those were some great. At that time, melody makers were some little kids, just you know.
Yeah.
So but then now in 1983, Grover and Ricky Walters wrote Celebration Train, telling
Wow.
you that this train is for you, this train is for me. You don't need no favor, just need good behavior. And Mr. Boy, that song.
Big tune.
It entered festival in the same year Raskabi won festival
Okay.
with Jamaica Never Leave You Again. So a lot of people, they claim the song came third, but it never really came third. It actually came fifth. But
All
it
right.
was a voting. It was a voting that time, and I suppose I wasn't popular enough at that time. Yes. And then I went back again in 1984 with Make We Do It Again.
Yeah.
A long time we no dance mento. Long time we no do the mento. It in me blood, it in me bone. It in a four-figure we a drop this time. So girl up and make we move waistline. I bring it deep for you.
Yeah.
Make we do it again now, my brethren. Make we do it again now, my sister. Make we
Yeah,
do
man.
it again, make we dance again. And so let me tell you. And
I
by the
remember
way,
growing
all
up on
those
that
things,
song, man.
right? So that is where because you could say in 1983 the people thought that I
Yeah.
would have been a winner. It never happened. 1984 the people were warmer because you
Yeah.
could say destroy the island, but still never won. But something happened. I
Uh-huh.
won the best performer prize there.
Right.
So that was one.
Mm-hmm.
1985.
Yes.
1985. The National Arena was ablaze. And by the way, people
Uh-huh.
need to understand. People need to understand. Those days, festival was like a political campaign.
Right.
And let me explain what I'm saying to you. You have your flyer.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody are trying, and it's top 10 that time, you know. You have your
Right.
flyer. You have your team. So every time you're going to a town to do a show, you walk all around the place, and out your flyers and thing, and you want people to vote for you, you know.
Yeah.
And so that was part of it. And well, you know what Love Fever did in 1985. It created a lot of so.
I'm telling
But
you,
I'm
man,
doing
that
all the
was a
talking.
mega
I'm
hit.
doing all the talking now.
Yeah.
That doing all the talking. So I don't I don't know if you have anything what what you
Well,
want to
as I
ask
said,
of
in
me.
1985, Love Fever, and written by what is that? Asley?
No, Ashley Cooper, Ashley Drum Cooper.
Ashley Cooper.
This is the drummer, the drummer for Five, the same person.
Okay.
Okay,
And then you
I'm
move
going to
on.
give you. I'm going to give you a little.
Uh-huh.
Grub Cooper arranged Sweet Jamaica for Eric Downs.
Okay.
He arranged Land of My Birth.
Mm.
When Eric beat me 1984, Grub arranged the song. So can you
Yeah.
say, you know, he wasn't selfish. He wrote my song and arranged it, and I also arranged Eric.
Uh-huh.
He arranged Love Fever, wrote and arranged, co-wrote and arranged Love Fever. He wrote Come Rock and arranged Come Rock. He wrote Give Thanks and Praises and arranged Give Thanks and Praises.
Wow.
And Rise and Shine, my 2008 song, he arranged it. I wrote it, he arranged it.
Wow.
So it's a good combination. Yeah.
So
So therefore there were, you know, there are other things, but I said I'm not sure. I am here speaking gibberish. I don't know if there.
well, you're giving me the history. You're giving us the history, and that's what I like, because at the end of the day, people don't know the behind the scenes stuff. They only see you as a performer on the festival circuit, obviously winning 4 times, you know, and being a real major part of the Jamaica culture and its development, you know, and we applaud you for your service, sir, in this area of the culture of Jamaica.
Okay. Well, let me thank you. Okay, because there are other things. So let me just quickly tell you about the festival songs.
Uh-huh.
Then in 1985, six I didn't enter, but but another one come. They just decided, say no, don't enter. Just release another one come. So
Yeah.
another one come with the festival song. But in 1987,
Mm-hmm.
we did Give Thanks and Praises. Let me tell you a story with Give Thanks and Praises.
I
I
remember
don't know
that
if you
very
know.
well.
I don't know if you know what in the national arena looks like. It has
Never
a
been.
balcony. The national arena, there's a balcony.
Yeah.
But it is built to stand shock. So like earthquake and all those sort of movement.
Mm-hmm.
So when I was in the arena, up to
Yeah.
Sunday night, Faye Ellington, Sunday evening, Faye Ellington spoke about it. Another friend of mine called Blackbeard.
Yeah.
Blackbeard, the show we came to do in London the last time, it was Blackbeard's son who produced it.
Okay.
Well, let me tell you something. Just recently, they were reminding me. The two of them said, "You make me run out of arena." What happened is that the people were jumping, and the
Yeah.
balcony was actually going like this.
Wow.
And like the little concrete, bits of concrete was dropping down. And
Mm-mm.
Peter Scarlett, some of them they said, "We're not staying inside here."
No.
And that I'm talking about. You're talking about a jam-packed arena. You're probably talking about 8,000-9,000 people. The place cock jam packed
Uh-huh.
to the rim, to the
Yes.
brim. So that was some magical things happened to Give Thanks and Praise. I remember I think it was just the same year when because I remember we were doing something with Miss Lou, and I was on stage and on the stadium field,
Uh-huh.
and everybody was up with their back, and the dancers and everybody, they were closer to the grandstand. And
Mm-hmm.
when and like a swarm of bees, like some ants, discovered a sugar or something somewhere. When they heard the Give Thanks and Praises, the crowd just within seconds they were in front of the
Swarm the
stage.
place.
Yeah.
I
Um,
can, must be an
Give
electrifying
Thanks and
feeling.
Praises. Yeah, man. Give Thanks and Praises also. It was, if you search for that clip, you might find it. Because when that it was after that, but I'm just saying to you, the magic that song did until now. When I performed, when Nelson Mandela came to Jamaica,
Uh-huh.
it blew the stadium apart.
Must have done. I mean,
It blew the
it was an
stadium.
iconic year. Obviously, Jamaica was 25. And as you said, Nelson Mandela was touring at the time, coming through
No,
all
no, it
the.
was no, Nelson Mandela came. It was after that, but I'm just talking about
Mhm.
the magic of that song, you know.
Yeah.
And you know, and then now in 91 we had Comarock. Deregulation can't stop this celebration. You know, so that was, you know,
Uh-huh.
took a bit. And but in between that, I did other little things like I did I did some like the metrication thing around the island when they were promoting metrication.
Yeah.
I coordinated that. I've been fortunate to take on some big events. I remember once the MP for who was called I lived in Harborview, and the MP at the time she was on the JLP side, Joan Gordon, where she called me and asked and said to me, "Sister, I'm on a flight coming to Jamaica," and said, "Look here, I want to do something for me in the community. They say, as long as they're not going to be campaigning for nobody, that's fine." And she
Yeah.
said, "No, man." But it was I think we went into the entire constituency. I had all groomed the talent, you know, for both for both a Miss East Rural and also a talent contest and all of that. So
Mm.
that was 1988. So
Right.
I've dabbled in other things. And while there's a long gap, the last song I won it was 2008.
Yes.
The same year we had Gustav.
Uh-huh.
The same year the
Rise and
bridge
shine.
at Hamburg, the same year we had the bridge at Harborview broke down, so I had to walk and wade through the river waters to go
Yeah.
across the other side. But again,
Okay.
you know, how can we complain again? Some people didn't have house. We just lost a bridge.
That's right.
Yeah. So that's
Bridge
it
over.
for you're going to say.
No, I said bridge over troubled waters, eh?
Well, there was none. we
Bridge
lost we
washway.
lost we lost the bridge.
So there's I'm reading here Roy said the prize for 2008 at the time was $1 million.
Yeah.
I don't know about the prizes for like now for 2020. What was the prize this year?
It was this year it was three. It
Okay.
was three, but $1 million all you have to do is calculate it in pound. I said, I don't know nothing.
In 2008, a big money that.
It wasn't bad.
It was all right. It
Wasn't bad.
was good.
Yeah,
Well, it's
it wasn't bad.
a good boost.
But I'm involved in a whole lot of other things, you know.
Yes.
I'm involved in a whole lot of other things.
One of them I
I
know is Nyamins in the Hills.
Yeah, not just that. I'm also just like yeah, you know, you have Rotary, you have Kiwanis. I'm involved
Yeah.
with since with the Optimist Club of Harborview. I'm the only charter member still involved in the club. So I'm in the club for about 23 years or something like that. 1997 to now.
Yeah.
And I actually should well if it wasn't COVID, I would not have been doing the Tanner Yard live on Saturday. I would have actually been over the Harborview Primary School because
Okay.
we have emancipation in the schoolyard, and
Okay.
it's a full fun day with you have minimis optimists, you have bus out talent contest, you have Jamaican food. It's a thing for the community, you know.
That's good.
So we do, so I you could say I'm the person who actually pull the strings to to put that together,
That's
right?
brilliant.
So we do that, and yes, we have Reggae Yamins in the Hills, and Reggae Yamins in the Hills. It's two things. Reggae Yamins in the Hills is actually uh, a one-day event,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a project, and it's a
Right.
project. Um, and yes, it's a registered name, so it's a company. The one-day event Reggae Yamins in the Hills is a one-day festival with, the schools get involved in the talent. We have people, and we are actually on the turmeric belt. And you people, everybody over the world here now just know turmeric. I grew up where turmeric grow, and my mother almost 87 still in the hills when it's turmeric time and dig turmeric. She still do that, right? So we actually do a lot of things with turmeric. So therefore, the competition, if they have to use turmeric as part of the food preparation and all of that, make turmeric drinks from turmeric and all that. So it's so big up the Scarlet Field people, big up all the people at Amity, big up all the people in Westmoreland. Yeah, man.
Yeah, let me big up some of the people them in the room here, man. Let me big up a couple of the people. Then we have Garel, Chrissy B, Janet, Trevor, Catherine, Massey, Chrissy, Justice Merchant, Tanisha Coley, Greg Spence, Maxine Cameron, Joy, Win Mackenzie. Yeah, man. Everybody joining in, man. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, man. That's great. And tell them, just tell them friends.
Yeah, man. Share the live. Share the live.
Yeah, man. Share it, man. Yeah. So that was where was I?
Yeah. You were talking about Yamins in the Hills, and you were saying about
right. So I'm saying to you, so and also we recognize people in the community. So what we do, we try to recognize and someone who they've done and somebody who is doing it. So therefore, an old person and a young person.
Yeah.
So we do that. So that's that. So that's the sort of thing. And because that's the one-day festival. We have 2 cabins up in the hills that what we intend to do, because when you go to Nyaming in the hills, if you don't want to come a bush, don't come. If you don't want to do a hike, don't come, because you're going to walk on the way. You're going to walk. As a matter of fact, and you're going to walk to a place, and if rain fall, you might have dropped up. But it's part of the trek. It's part of the experience.
That's right. Yeah.
And you're walking and you just turn up into this lovely area, and it's fun. So we have cabins there that people can stay over as well. So that's the idea. That's the idea to, in time to come in the future, to make more cabins and all of that. So because we're thinking of the community tourism.
Okay.
You see, so when it's community tourism, chances are, I have to say chances are, the people in the community will take care of the thing and see that they are a part of it.
That's right.
I realize that behave like how certain nations behave. If a dollar come inside it circulates about 3 million times before it comes out. So the dollar is worth,
nothing.
So yeah, right. So that is for reggae Yamins in the hills. So we have the performance side, the one-day festival, and we have the ongoing project. And this year, and we are still going to do it. We had plans to give some kids some scholarships, but because of the COVID, we didn't get to do so many things. But come before end of August, we have made some decision that if it's even some vouchers or some things, we are going to, because some of them work in the matter, then we have to go back to school somehow.
Exactly.
So even though we had already lost money, because we did the launch on the 8th of March.
Okay.
International Women's Day. And you know what happened after that? Huh?
I'm telling you.
Please, lockdown after that.
Lockdown after that, yes. So within a week after that, it locked down. Yes. So, Roy, what is the future hold for you now? I know you got a wicked tune out.
Well, just before I go, I have to say this. One moment.
Yes. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, if you're just joining us, thank you for joining Y'all Talk UK. And we are live with 4 times festival winner, Roy Rayan. It's a very big journey for him. 41 years in the business. And he has a lot of stories to tell. We won't be able to get all of them tonight.
You
We'll get
won't get it
most of
in.
them.
But just to say to you that I am not going to tell you that it is 20 years, but could be about 20 years that I am a part of the JCDC now, the festival, Kingston and St. Andrews, not the national, the Kingston, so the parish committee.
Yes,
So I am, you know, I don't know why they think I had the knowledge, but I am the person who deals with cultural affairs. So
that's
when you
good.
see the Kingston and St. Andrews Festival Queens answering some questions and talking about the entire Jamaica and the entire Kingston and St. Andrews, some of those that information may have been passed on by me who think I know who they believe know something about culture, you know.
That's it.
So that is volunteerism. So what I'm saying is I'm into a lot of volunteerism as well.
That's it.
They will
That's
give them,
good.
you know, yeah.
That is, you have to give back to your community, and I'm glad that that's what you're doing, you know, because you've always been a true patriot to the country. You never sell out. You never run go foreign and take big record deal and run well off the place.
And that's okay, you know, not because some of us have to do that, you
Yes,
know. Because I know because sometimes we need some of you to send back some pounds. So we go get so that I choose some of them here. So sometimes don't even realize that they might be better than some of the people who they think of the pound.
that's it. That's how life is, as you said.
Yeah, yeah.
Are we gonna get
So
a snippet of the new song that is now out?
okay, let us see what can happen.
Yeah, man, you can't
Quick
disappoint the fans, you know.
question is just a snippet okay. Okay, I'm going to bomb rush the show.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do the entire song. I am going
Uh-huh.
to give them a snippet of 3 things. One of the songs and that they definitely they will be upset if I don't do it for them. So
Yeah.
you know, and by the way, I'm alone here doing this. So you have to give me go on talk. Give me what
Yeah, man, go and set up a
once
thing,
this
man.
one start, you know what that. Once this one start, you know what that.
Go and set up a thing. Yes, yes, people, thank you for joining Y'all Talk UK live here, beaming straight from Kingston, Jamaica. None other than 4 times, and we have to say, this man has made history in Jamaica for being one of the most versatile singers in the Jamaica Festival. And as you know, he's very much involved and still keeping up with festival fever, you know. He has a brand new song that has come out, you know, and we're gonna in any minute or any time get to listen this song. As you know, earlier this year or just a week ago, Buju Banton was the winner of this year's festival, and it was the first time since 1966 that they've asked professional singers to come into the forum and do their thing.
Um,
Yes, sir.
no, no. Well, that is slightly not so. Up to 1990, even 90, after a while, after about 92, 93, it started, when they started meddling around with the festival song, some things went wrong. But up to that
Okay.
time, even when I entered 92, there were still professionals around.
Okay.
91, when I entered 87, you had Eric was still in the competition. 84, when I was in the competition, you had Eric Donaldson, you had myself, you have Toots. Yeah, so
Yes.
therefore, so it is, but after a while, but you could say for over the past 20 or so years, they have lapsed and sometimes so they don't let anybody fool you. They've always had good songs. But what
Yes.
happened this year was very, very important, is that they spent some money and people heard the songs. So don't hear how if a song is bad.
Yeah.
If you hear it over and over, you're going to sing it. And it happened this year, and I'm only hoping that this year has given the fillip, so therefore they will want to go on. But the reason
That's
why I
it.
ran in front of this was not to correct you. It was to
No.
say to you that I need to tell you something, that I was doing a public service announcement to just put on Facebook to say Tanya Yard.
Yes.
And because I was here like after about 2-3 weeks, they said with the yard board, we have to do something. And when I
Yes.
went across the road to my neighbor took to have her and her daughter endorse and just say Tanya Yard, like Tanya Yard. She said to me when I was leaving, "You know, I write one COVID song." I said, "Too much people I write COVID song, and I write no COVID
True.
song." But I said, if I find a song, or if I
Yeah.
find something that that speaks to the emotion or COVID, I might just write and anything happen and
Yeah.
to me. So this song is actually, you could say, my neighbor's inspiration. I
Right.
left across the road, which is not 30 feet, and walked across in my yard. And when I walked across the yard, that's about 40 feet. And when I walked into my yard,
Yeah.
you know what I was singing?
Mm-hmm.
We've been traveling for a long, long time. We're gonna overcome. The melody just came.
Yes. Just like that.
Right? So be ready. Get ready.
Yes, everybody. Introducing to you Rayan and his new We Shall
Hey,
Overcome.
we've been traveling for a long, long time. We're gonna overcome pain and suffering in my weekend bones. We're gonna overcome. It won't be long, it's not that far. We're gonna overcome. Just to win this race, we will win the war. We're gonna overcome. We've been traveling for a long, long time. We're gonna overcome. Pain
Mm-hmm.
and suffering is my weekend goal. We're
Yeah.
gonna overcome. Jehovah is my navigator. He guides me through the wilderness. He is my pain, he is my savior. Comfort me to pain and stress. The Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end. Jehovah is my comforter, he's my forever friend. We've been traveling for a long, long time. We're gonna
We gotta
overcome
overcome.
pain and suffering. It's my weekend goal. We're gonna
We gotta
overcome.
overcome.
It won't be long, it's not that far. We're gonna overcome. Got to win this race, we will win the war. We're gonna overcome. We shall overcome. We shall overcome.
Good.
We shall
We shall overcome.
overcome. We shall overcome.
Dance with me,
This
people.
night may be long, but dawn cometh in the morning. Jah never give a man more than he can bear. Remember that.
Remember that.
So we rise up every morning. God bless us with the morning sun. Holy God.
Pull it back, pull it back. Yes, indeed. Yes,
Yeah.
indeed. Rayan is on
Okay,
fire.
here it is now. Here it is now.
Uh-huh.
Um, this is when you don't want. This is when you don't want to disturb the neighbors. This is you see people have the idea that Rayan only sing festival songs,
Exactly.
and so
And
this
them
this is
try
for
to
all
type.
this is for all the men them and the man them who want want to disturb the neighborhood.
Yeah, man, I'm Mr. Westmoreland indeed.
Okay. Roy is having problems.
Don't
Roy
worry,
is
man. We
trying to
shall
solve the
overcome.
problem.
We will overcome it. I'm telling you, man, you should get the title for Mr. Westmoreland indeed. You know what I mean? Definitely.
Baby, I love you so much.
Oh, yeah.
I wanna feel your touch now. Heard a lot of love stories. I used to call them fairy tales. Until you smile at me, now you become my reality.
Oh, let me
Every
put on my
day I
cap.
used to fantasize. Now you are by my side. Yo, baby, let's go for a walk. Later on, our bodies will talk. Neighbors, I'm sorry. I have no intention to disturb. Yo, neighbors, I'm sorry, but I don't give a damn if you hear. Neighbors, I'm sorry. I have no intention to disturb now. Yo, neighbors, I'm sorry. I don't give a damn if you hear all the moaning and groaning and screaming and shouting. That's breaking down, calling for more. Oh, I'm so in love and it feels so good. Oh, I'm so in love. No more running around. Oh, I'm so in love and it feels so good. Oh, I'm so in love. No more running around. Never believed in love at first sight, but that was only in the storybook. What was it is washing me down, running around like a circus clown. I've lost all my appetite.
Yeah.
I'm in love and it feels so right. I feel the blood rushing through my vein, and the weatherman said that tonight it will rain. I have no intention to disturb. Young neighbors, I'm sorry, but I don't give a damn if you hear. Neighbors, I'm sorry. Ooh, it's up and stop it.
Yes, man.
So,
Yes, Father Ryan. A big tune, that man. Big tune.
you know, so them for know, say, we not play. But when you
Exactly.
live and all the wonderful things that happen to you, because I guess that I must say to you, that we have so many people who have impacted this world.
Right.
And if we want to talk about our national heroes, just remember that even before we thought about emancipation.
Yeah.
That a man left from Jamaica, from St. Them call him Bookman. And he is the one who went to Haiti with Toussaint and them and liberate the people of Haiti, Jamaican. Wow. We had what he did. You see when he went to England, you saw the impact of the man.
Yes.
And you have other people. You see the things we create. We had the Marley, we have Jimmy Cliff, you name it. We had Justin, we had Miss Lou, and we have so many unsung heroes.
Yes.
We have done well. We've made some mistakes along the way. What gets that? We are human.
Right.
Right? And we are celebrating is not just the independence celebration. It is our and we can never ever
emancipate.
Never
yes.
ever should we should never ever forget. Never ever.
Most definitely.
So let us give thanks and praise to the Father for guiding us through 58 years of independence. Give thanks and praises, we are still alive. Though the road was rocky and the hills first, yes, he survived. We put the faith and trust in the Father. He's keeping us alive. So give thanks and praises, we are still alive. How good and how pleasant it is that we can live in harmony. That all races, color and creed can live in peace and unity. Jamaica, our homeland, giving fight our father's land. To him we give the glory and praise continually. So give thanks and praises, we are still alive. So we will walk through the valley of the shadow of death. We survive with our hand in the hand of the Father. Our country will stay alive. So give thanks and praises, we are still alive. Praise him. Praise him. Praise him. Praise him. Hey. Let's remember those who struggled for us. Our heroes, true and brave. They gave their life in service for us. Now we are free and no more slave. Remember Marcus Garvey, Josh of Garden Monday, Buster Bogle Monday, we fight till we are free. So give thanks and praises, we are still alive. The road was the refuge and the hills mercy. We survive. The faith and trust in the Father is keeping us alive. So give thanks and praises, we are still alive. So with your honey that you hear and I praise him. I'm telling you, man. Uncle Ryan, thank you so much, man. Telebas. That was beautiful. I'm telling you. But I was going to tell you something quickly. There was a group called the Federals with Scotty. And then he chose a few Power and Payaka, and Federal was Penny for your song. Westmoreland. Bob Andy. To experience to be taken out into Bob Andy, Westmoreland from Cave. So don't think so. And you actually have Patra, you had in the modern era, you have Richie Stevens, and you have Brandy Davis with the Itals and all of that. So, well, Keith, as a matter of fact, Keith Poppins from who actually came from that side. So quite a few. They have Justice Merchant too, Justice Merchant come from South. We're not too bad. You have Edge Michael from South. Quite a few of them. Westmoreland. Well, one question before we wrap up everything. I asked this to a couple of people before, and I just want to hear your view. Being you're such a major fan of Bob Marley yourself, do you think Bob Marley should be named as a Jamaican national hero? Yeah, what's happening? Bob Marley, come on, hero. You can't make no money off of Bob Marley. You're selfish. Leave Bob as a national treasure. Yeah. I'm saying it for political reasons. Yes. When you're a hero, you can basically just leave him as where he's the icon and the national treasure. I'm not saying to him that he's not done because when somehow what we hear some people do, probably your mother do more than what some of them people do, and your mother is not hero. Right? That's right. And Bob, you would say Bob was a forerunner, one of the men who go out there. And you have a lot of people. Just I did the story about Bob, but in my personal mind, I'm thinking about it.
Yes.
There are certain things now about Bob that if you want it, you have to
Somebody
pay for
shouting
it.
out Peter Tosh from Westmoreland as well. Not to cut you. Peter Tosh. That's a
Yeah,
you
yeah.
forget about it.
Winston, hold on. A film name first, Shaka, Winston Hubert McIntosh. I bet the Belmont Peter, something, man, yeah, man. So can you imagine? So Baba and they just come from the cave down the road, and Peter is up there's a Belmont. Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
You know, so how could I how could I do that? That is like sacrilege.
That's it.
Yeah, man. So
So
they're so on. They're all right. Yeah.
so Rayon, it has
Mm.
been lovely chatting to you and going down the memory lane with you, with all your festival hits and all the new hits and tracks that you have made now. I wish you all more and more success. And you yourself to me is a national treasure because you have etched your name into history. Four-time festival winner of Jamaica, and you have developing the culture of this beautiful island that we all love so much. Thank you very much for joining me. Anything else
Yes,
you want to say? Anybody you want to big up before you leave?
yeah, so one time I certain, so I see a man up on that thing Rayon, in name Rayon, Rayon money, place in Redditch, you know Redditch?
Yeah, Redditch.
No, one
No.
time, yeah, man. But anyway, just to say, no, all the people all over the diaspora, we just saying to them, continue doing what you're doing, continue out there, and I know that your heart is here in Jamaica. Continue doing the good thing, continue supporting Jamaica, continue being Jamaica. Everywhere in the world, if you go up on moon or
It's a
Jamaica,
big up
and
Richie Stevens as well. Richie, yeah, and the big up Richie
yeah,
Stevens.
I did say Richie
Yeah,
Stevens.
man.
Richie and I actually went. Richie went to South Secondary as well, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, come from around Russia side as well, yeah, man. But so just again, just to say thank you. But what I want is that I want to like the song them, listen to the song them, play the song them,
Yes.
and me know with what going with technology now, we don't probably not even buy it. So guess what now?
Mm.
You know what is most important? We want the song. Just make the song
Yes.
popular, guys. You see, if you make it popular, guess what happen? You see a man will come and pay to see him perform. So that's
Mm.
not a problem. So yeah, so we thank you and I appreciate you taking. I know it's night up where you are now, but some of you could have
Yes.
been eating your dinner. And, yeah, man. And by the way, see a good friend of mine. See a good friend of mine down here. Vanny Cole, Vanny, homely girl
Yes.
Cole.
Home girly, Coley.
Yeah, man. She's no, and she's out. She's in Florida, big time. Hold on, Vanny, we are talking about Vanny, Roy. What? Love your answer about. Oh. She said she love me, but I answered okay. Thank you, man. Yeah, man. We have to be practical. We have to be practical
Yes.
and reasonable and understanding. So again, I just want to thank and thankful that I am here, and
Mm-hmm.
very very important. We know what is happening. Again, as I started, um, and we don't want to be saying too much negative and living in the negative, but
That's
this
right.
COVID time, but guess what? Stick to the rules. If we have to wash we and 3 million times wash it. If you have to wear the mask, wear it. If you know,
Yes.
just stick to the rules. And because we want get rid of this thing I want. But we now get rid of it, we want to keep it at a certain level that all we can come back as close to normal. Because the new normal not normal.
Right.
And we want to get back as close to normal. So give thanks and praises. Love. Thanks for having me.
Yes, it's been a pleasure. It's been a pleasure. Thank you very much. And as I said, Godspeed, God bless. Wish you all the best in the rest of the career and the future, sir. Joining me on Yard Talk tonight. Thank you very much. And for everybody in the forum, everybody who's in, thank you very much. Yes, that was Roy Rayon, 4 times festival, well, Jamaica festival winner. And I'm telling you, the man has made history, etched his name into the history books as one of the greatest. Well, they put him as second best, but I put him as one of the best festival singers of our time and our generation. We know Eric Donaldson did it 7 times, but you know, Westmoreland, we big you up. Here, thank you for joining me. Tune in the next couple of weeks. I'm gonna have a very special guest again coming on onto Yard Talk. Spread the word. Subscribe to the YouTube channel because this is gonna go up on the YouTube channel and also to the Instagram page Yard Talk UK, giving you all the positives of Jamaica. Blessings, everyone. Good night.